What up, Keepers of the Flame? Welcome back. I am gonna do a Scorpio read. This is my third attempt, so for the Scorpios out there really struggling, I hear you. But for whatever reason, this is a task for the Scorpios I'm reaching apparently. So we're going to keep going until we get it done. All right, Scorpio. This is a beautiful deck. It's called, not that one. The Green Witch Tarot. And it's also a gift from one of my loved clients. Very sweet, amazing, lovely lady who I'm blessed to know. What do we have? 7 of Themes. Okay, Scorpio, you are in it. Okay, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Themes, and 8 of Wands. Okay. Okay, well, there's a lot of Badger, mental energy, and even the 8 of Wands has a knife in it. Page of Pentacles. This looks like a little youngin trying to do some magic here. Okay, Scorpio. So that looks like a skunk, but that definitely looks like a badger. Chickadees here. Chickadees. Whew. You ever watch one of those get pissed off in nature? Again, with this black and white paradigm I'm picking up on these cards. Feels like you might have tried something in the past and it's not working. So you're moving forward. And it's... looks like it might be manifesting as some... Looks like this page is like carved out his own pentacle here. It's got a messy workspace. Dog is there assisting. But something's being conjured out of that pentacle there. At least he's trying to anyway. Got a candle lit. Calling in the good spirits. The door is only halfway open though. The light's only coming through half the door. You may have a deceiver on your hands, or you may be deceiving someone else. Or the skunk. So maybe pay attention to your scent. Maybe this person doesn't smell right to you. It's not necessarily that they always smell bad, but it smells suspicious to you. Or it smells like you want to back away. Does that make sense? So not everything that smells pleasant to everybody is always a good thing. I hope this resonates, because it might be the societal standard that this is this pleasant smell, when in actuality you're intaking it. There's I can't remember what it's called, but there's a clear smelling where you just you can smell sick people. You can literally smell sickness on people. And it doesn't always have to be like a physical sickness. You can smell it other ways too, like mental illness has a scent. I know. I'm talking to a specific Scorpio. Hi, I'm right there with you. I have the same unfortunate ability. But there, it feels, because even like badgers, like I've, you go to, we have a local recovery center for animals, and when they had a badger there for a while in rehabilitation, dang, do they smell. And they're vicious. They're cute. They're cute as a button, but they're vicious and they stink. There is no mistaking that smell. So I would say use your sense here. And then the little chickadee, those critters fight like the dickens too. So the skunk smells, the badger smells, fights like the dickens. Chickadee fights like the dickens too. And the birdie suggests that your spirit is going to probably assist you on this too. So try to pay attention to your intuition when this comes to fruition, whatever this is. It could be a misfire from somebody trying to do something with their resources to just kind of maybe fool you. I'm not sure. Because this guy's got a lot of resources, but he's hiding them almost behind the tree along with the swords in it. You know what I mean? So be leery of that. Because I think maybe the way that person got their resources was deceptive. And the purpose behind why they got the resources was deceptive. So they got the resources maybe through an honest way, but they're going to use them to manipulate and control who is ever in that house right there. See what I mean? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So the knights are always in and out, and swords is really, really quick. Flash of mental spark and then back out. So knights are relayers of information, but they're not reliable always, if that. So they could be getting their source from a not reliable source. So you do need to check into this and do your homework. If you do get a visitor of some sort, or an inclining or a scent or whatever it is, it could just come in, sweep across your nose, and then walk away and you never smell it again. You need to start paying attention to that. Get into, because the Eight of Wands is messages. Messages, messages, messages. And again, we have 5 senses. And if some of us could, we'd need thousands more, right? So pay attention to all that. And it is overwhelming. I understand that. But there's particular circumstances coming in for you here with this Page of Pentacles where you're going to need to have all hands on deck. Okay? All right, Scorpio. I'll clarify this a little bit further in the future. So the green man is the Fool. Okay, new beginnings. Now, this doesn't mean that you fall for this. This just means that you are off on a different adventure. It doesn't mean you're green behind ears. It means that you are trying something new, okay, in a new avenue. And you're going to need all faculties of your past experiences on deck in order to deal with this situation. Happenstance, whatever it may be. Or you just need to sit back and observe and maybe learn some stuff rather than partaking. That's the best way to learn, is just observe how things are conducting themselves and then proceed with caution. Or just, phase yourself out of that situation and be like, okay, duly noted, but I'm getting the F out of Dodge. 10 of Chalices, the Battle Wagon, which would be the Chariot. And the 3 of Pentacles, working with other people. This right here feels like you might have to engage at some point. But if you take your peace and your sovereignty with you through this, You might be able to pull this off working with other people. There's the hair in there. Integrity. Lilith. Wisdom. Generosity. Okay. Maybe this situation that you're being confronted with does need your wisdom, generosity. There's a stone circle here. Maybe you need to, like, tell this whole crew to, like, maybe this lady in the house needs some advice on how to build a fortress. Maybe that's what you need to be doing. Listen here, you're vulnerable in this area. Protect yourself. Maybe that could be what the knight is coming through with here, is telling you, look, you got some holes over here. Fix it up. And the final card is the Queen of Pentacles. You're going to do it yourself. You might learn from this entire situation and just be like, I can pull this off. It's good. Thanks. I'm good. It could be that type of energy. You will exchange, I think, some things with third parties here. There'll be an exchange, maybe even of resources, to assist you on the venture, but they're not going to go with you, if that makes sense. So it could be resources, financial, a modality for building your business, you're starting your endeavors, whatever it is for this pentacle to take fruition, because you're happy as lark right now. And you're moving forward. You just need a little. And so oftentimes when you're new to something and you're exploring the space that you want to delve into, there's going to be those vultures, those badgers, those whatever chickadees looking to attack any of the newbies coming into the community or vet you based on whatever process they have. So your job here is to kind of take the eagle-eyed view, right? And say, okay, I see that. I'm going to let somebody know that they need some assistance in that area, but then I'm going to move on and bypass this, whatever the hell it is, of sheer fuckery is what this is. So just make sure when you're venturing out into these new landscapes of life that you take your wits about you and make sure that you double check all of the sources that you're being given. Make sure that things are ethical, it's sustainable, all those beautiful, wonderful things that make up life, so that in turn you're not going out into an environment not knowing enough and then end up hurting yourself or others because you were given bad advice. You were lied to, right? So make sure that you CYA. Okay, CYA. The Oak King. Pisces. You might need to hang out for a little bit and just wait. You might see the golden nugget, but you're like, I can't get it right now. I need something else to get there. So you might, or Pisces could have a little, like you're walking on the path and there's a Pisces hanging upside down in the tree and there's like, here's this little nugget, whatever it is. It could be that too. Or you might need to wait. Might need to just chillax. Pisces rules the 12th house, which means you could potentially make some enemies on the way here, because Scorpio, we don't take too kindly to lies, scheming. We don't take too kindly to that, and we'll pick up the stinger anytime we need to defend ourselves. Just be careful that, you know, you keep the eagle eye stance and don't involve yourself personally too much. These scammers and whatnot, they're trying to make a living too. It's not okay. It's not right. But, you know, the economy is what it is. Okay, so understand the multi-dimensional fractal ecosystem is what it is, and it will catch its prey. Period. The end. It just will. It doesn't need to be you though. Okay? Okay. What do I want to use for clarifying? Let's use this. We're going to use the sage. Alright. White Sage Tarot for clarification. I want to know everything you can possibly tell me about this Seven of Swords. Please and thank you for the highest good of all, Scorpio. What do you need to know about this Seven of Swords? Oop, there it is. Page of Cups and the Four of Wands. Okay, so it's going to present itself like, oh, love. Love, love, love. Let us celebrate, celebrate. Welcome to the club. Okay, so it's going to present as something. Well, doesn't it always? The Empress. It's at the bottom. Okay. So this person, entity, energy is going to present like they have it all in control, and they're going to offer you a little cup of love and, you know, want to celebrate with you that you started this new venture and yada, yada, yada. But you need to make sure that you are not putting yourself and others in danger. So this whole operation needs to be looked into. Okay. You need to make sure that this lovely opportunity that seems too good to be true, maybe, is legit. Okay. Can I get the Page of Pentacles, please, for Scorpio in this read? What is the Page of Pentacles? Okay, so the Hierophant, which is not on the table. Okay, there it is. The Devil, the Portal. Okay. The Four of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so oftentimes when we are able to see through things already and we move into a new adventure, we can sometimes come to a blind spot where we think because we have an eagle-eye view all the time that we can automatically see through people's BS without diving much deeper. And that gets a little tricky because you've seen through the religious bullshit. You went through the portal. You said no to all the emotional cups of bullshit. You've walked away from what no longer serves. And you think that that part of your learning or your lessons is over with. I am here to tell you it is never over. There will always be people just being complete douchebags because they have no concept of what it means to cooperate. It's always about competition, not cooperation for some people. And they're never going to work past that. And you can't expect them to. That's not your job, whatever. You just need to be on the constant lookout because that's what's presenting itself here. It's a new cup, right? It's a new way of moving forward. And Scorpio's water sign, heck yeah. We're a little bit more susceptible. All water signs are. We're a little bit more susceptible when someone shows us good emotion. So this kind of sort of has a little bit of feeling of, okay. There's a Six of Cups. You need to look for the give and take. That was in reverse or upside down in the deck. Look for that equal give and take balance because oftentimes like the false empress will present herself as lovely, amazing, has it all. But then like she won't be kind to people who help her. She won't be kind to those closest to her. She won't she'll have that like really pinning dark undertone of like, okay, she's not really got the best interest of everybody at heart. She only has her own best interest at heart. And that'll show through in an undercurrent that Scorpios, we're pretty good at picking up on. So make sure that equal give and take is there. Not just initially with you and that other energy, but with that other energy and all other energies. So, and that's not to say that she can't have boundaries and rules. It's to say that she enforces that with an air of dignity and respect, not an air of like brutality and abuse. All right, let's get Let's get the Eight of Wands clarity for Scorpio. What kind of messages is Scorpio supposed to pick up on or deal with at this point in time? Scorpio, what is going on with this Eight of Wands? Messages. I think I gotta flip her again. No. No, I'm gonna check the deck for flippers constantly now. Okay, so the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So your message is that you're gonna reach a point of enlightenment where you can't take anymore. And the Knight of Pentacles is gonna ride through with a different opportunity. Ace of Swords at the bottom. Mental clarity. You're gonna start another cycle in the realm of mental understanding of some sort of, probably this type of scenario where you think you learned a lesson and then you come across an Empress energy and it's all love and fun and newness and childlike and celebration, but behind the scenes is really going to be, I just want what you have. Okay. And Scorpio, I love you, but we wear our armor on the outside and we'll sting ourselves before we sting somebody else. So if you have been stung by a Scorpio, you really done messed up, AA Ron. You done messed up, okay? So I'm not saying you deserved it. That's not what I'm saying. It's that particular human has reached their breaking point, and it could have not even been close to like all of the stuff that you laid on that Scorpio. It could have just been an accumulation and you pushed the button and it broke the camel's back. So try to keep that in mind when you're proceeding with the Scorpio cross watchers. Right now, our ruling planet is transitioning. There's a lot of things that we have to let go of. That's another thing. And we perceive the outer three planets heavier than most signs. I would say Scorpio, Pisces, and probably Virgonians are getting pretty hit because they're the hermits. They're the perfectionists and they have to know all the things. So when you're in the mode of having to know all the things and you know all the things, it gets really over inundated. So those are the three signs I think that are going to just be right now. So should we do the Knight? Should we do the Knight? What's up with the Knight? There it is. Knight of Cups. Okay. So all of this feels like emotional manipulation almost. Because you got the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Four of Cups, Six of Cups, Knight of Cups. This is going to be an emotional manipulation scenario. So you're going to need to keep your emotions in check. So typically Scorpios are pretty good about doing that. Typically. Unless you are in some sort of trauma situation or trying to heal from a trauma situation, which that's a lot of people too. So, excuse me, my carbonated liquid death. When proceeding with this, it's a mental, emotional battle. That's probably not like another because the Aquarius energy is going to take over your Plutonian. It's going to now be in the cup of Aquarius. Aquarius is going to hold your ruling planet for the next 20 years, and there's a lot of adjustments that need to happen. But fear not, you got your Ten of Chalices, the Battle Wagon, and the Three of Pentacles at the end. You're going to find something to work yourself through this. All right. Where's the green man? Five of Wands. Imagine that. Petty arguments with a Scorpio? Never. We actually don't like petty, but if it's forced upon us, and maybe that could be the newness, right? pettiness seems to be the new black right now. I'm so glad I'm playing hermit over here. My midhaven Virgo is like, no, we're not moving. So the pettiness is, oof, it's nasty. It's not fun. It's not a good gig. You can learn from the past on the pettiness, and I think that that page keeps calling me when I see this card. I think you thought you got past the petty, and the fool is telling you, no, you got to go back and do the freaking cycle all over again. And again, we're moving into the age of Aquarius out of Capricorn. So yes, it might have taken a hot couple years in the past, but now it's gonna lightning fast. That enlightenment is gonna like next. So buckle up, my sweet little loves. This is gonna be fast. Everything's coming out really, really fast. There's a fast turnover. So when you meet a lesson like this, it's not going to be months or, weeks of agonizing over one cycle. It's going to be like, let's get it done now and get it the fuck behind you. Okay. All right. The 10 of Chalices for Scorpio. And again, the 10 of Chalices for me doesn't always represent that you have a partner in life. It just means that you have fulfillment. You feel comfort and slow growing. But you have a beautiful tree here. Absolutely gorgeous. And you're like, yep, I'm content. I'm happy. Okay. The battle wagon came out with the 3 of Pentacles. Anything else? And the Tower. Okay. So that's you in essence. And maybe you are going to have to present your learned things in maybe in a work environment or in an environment that has to do with resources. So advising people on gardening where they were maybe doing it like the old way, and you come in and you're like, no, you can do it different. You can do it this way. And so they're going to have to revamp their whole operation, or you might have to revamp your whole operation and how you work with people. Whew. I have been talking way more than I usually talk this morning. So that Tower moment in that work environment could be you calling out an Empress. A false, toxic Empress. like reversed Empress energy. You might have to create that Tower moment. And sometimes you don't even need to try. Sometimes it just, you walk into the room and there your energy is, and everybody's like, oh shit. It's not fun, but it just happens, right? And that could be the dynamic that you need to bring into the relationship of this emotional, mental connection. And this could help you fuse that emotional, mental connection within you, because if it happens without, it happens within. If it happens within, it happens without. So maybe spend the next day or two coming up with ways to integrate that into your psyche, where you're meeting your head and your heart, and you're having that pre-war game that Scorpios love to have between the head and the heart, and kind of setting yourself up for success, playing those scenarios out in your brain. And then, because remember, this follows this, and this follows the earth. So when you can come to the terms of like, this is not the end all be all. This and the earth is. Ground yourself, do some meditation. Yoga is good. Grounding yoga, yin yoga, all that good gravy. All right, I'm going to send you off with a little spell, Scorpio. Woo, it is. Everyday spells. Tranquility meditation. Okay. For inner peace, take a walk in the woods and bring a stick, 7 leaves from an ash or oak tree, several stones and matches. With the stick, draw a circle on the ground and mark 4 directions: north, east, south, and west. There's an app for that. Arrange. Okay, my incense really likes this one. Okay, I get it. I'm doing it. All right, arrange the stones and leaves at the center of the circle, and then say, good luck rises for me in the east. My music rises in the south. My wishes rise in the west. From the north, peace and calm will come to me. My dreams will come true, and so it is. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this and put it as a thingy thing. As the picture, so you can have it. And you can screenshot it right now. Or I'll put it as the little thumbnail for the video. Sweet. All right, Scorpio. Good luck with this. You got this. Back it out. Until next time, keep your flame.